War. War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome finally back to a Fallout New Vegas walkthrough with me, TheLonesomeRavidor. I'm not even too sure if we're going to call this a walkthrough because we'll probably want to get ourselves distracted a million times. It's an amazing game. But yes, we've finally started Fallout New Vegas after quite a few people have suggested me to play this game, which is a few is not exactly over-exaggerating. Is probably about 3 people have suggested, but still, 3 people is more than I ever get. So if 3 people suggest a game, I'm going to fucking play it. So ladies and gentlemen, today we are playing Fallout New Vegas. We're starting this up, and basically before I put my name, before we carry on, there's a couple of things I want to lay down for you guys. Pardon me, I had a little burp there. Okay, so number 1, I'm playing this game, and I'm basically going to have a couple of rules embedded into the game. Basically, I'm going to play the entire game as Goody Two-Shoes. My name won't be Goody Two-Shoes. I can probably put my name as, we'll call myself Booker. May as well. I like my second name, Booker. But yeah, so we're going to do this entire thing as Goody Two-Shoes. So we're not going to steal, we're not going to rob anyone, we're not going to be entirely harsh to anybody. We're going to go the entire game without stealing a single thing and like being the kindest person in the entire world. Now, obviously, I've done a 1,000,001 Let's Plays. I mean, not Let's Plays. I've played this game 1,000,001 times, and every single time I wind up stealing things which I can, because I know for a fact I can get away with it and stuff like that, and keep the items. But I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to try and keep my camera at a nice and high pace. Although to be fair, like you can play the entire game being an evil bastard, stealing everyone's items, but still get away, and everyone will love you. But no, I mean, I want to do this entire Let's Play being like the nicest guy I possibly can be, try and get everyone on the same page, like to be like really nice to each other. But I doubt I will be able to do that. But I'm gonna try my best to be basically the nicest person I possibly can. And yeah, aside from that, guys, the only other thing I need to let you guys know about is there's about 3 mods installed to this now. Don't worry, they're nothing too like game-changing mods, but number one, the first one is there's like 4 extra houses around the map. One in Good Springs and the 3 in 3 other places. I think one of them's in Nipton, if I remember rightly, and the other 2 I actually can't remember where they are. And basically there's keys to them houses outside the doors, and basically they allow us to have like an extra home, if that makes sense. And obviously the Good Springs one being helpful because obviously it gives us a home straight at the start if we want to store any like unique items or anything like that. So that's kind of a thing I have installed. Also, as well as that, I have the Bioshock pistol I think still installed. I'm not too sure if that mod's still available. A extra rifle, I've forgotten if that one is still installed as well, but I'm not too sure. And something else as well. But basically they're little weapons and stuff like that that you'll wandered around the place, and if I happen to come across them, but I have to admit, I can only really remember where the Bioshock pistol is. I can't remember where the rest is, and I'm not too sure if the Bioshock pistol mod is still installed. Although I know for a fact that the house mod is, and that's about it. So if that's the only one installed, then that's the only one installed. I only really had that one because I wanted basically a place to start where I could be like, oh, this is where I'm going to put all my items. But anyway, so basically one more thing, guys, before I get this thing on the go, and we'll listen to what Doc Martin, or whatever his name is, I don't think his name is Doc Martin, of course his name is now, before we listen to what he has to say, one other thing, when the conversations are like brewing, and when someone else is saying something else, I'm going to try and shush, so obviously allow you guys to hear what they're saying. I don't want to interrupt anything, so obviously it'll be a bit harsh for me to talk straight over what they're saying, obviously not towards the characters, but towards you guys, because obviously you want to listen to the story as much as I do. So anyway, let's get this thing on the go.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
So when it comes down to this part, guys, I always go for the same kind of looking person each and every one. I probably should go for something really unusual, but I'll probably go for the same ones I always do. Nice and young, that'll do. Hair color, sorry, we'll go for the... that's probably more me. Yep, that sounds good. Facial hair, go for the rough beard. Golden, that's literally all the ones I always go for, and then voila, done.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay, no sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room, over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
But yeah, so the reason I'm actually not doing this on what's it called, on PS3 rather than like doing this on like PC as I'm doing it right now, and the reason I'm doing, bloody hell, okay, I was gonna say, I for some reason stopped recording then. Oh yeah, sorry, one other thing. Okay, so there's a couple more things. Okay, number one, sorry, I want to get all this stuff out of the way before I forget to mention you guys. Number one, the reason I'm not doing this on PS3 compared to PC, although my PC is not exactly brilliant, my PS3 is a lot worse when it comes down to New Vegas. New Vegas often crashes like dramatically on my PS3. I have no idea if it's just my PS3 or it's everyone's PS3 or everyone's consoles together, whether it happens on Xbox or not. But yeah, so there's about a bazillion and one bad things that could happen on the PS3, so I really didn't want that to happen because that would really flippin' annoy me, that would, if that kept crashing. Although, to be fair, the PC version has crashed me a couple times as well. And one other thing, I have the frames locked to 50 frames per second. Now, that's what we're at right now, and I know it looks super smooth and it looks fine, but the main reason I have that and not like 60 frames per second is because when it was at 60 frames, it often dropped down to like about 48 frames every so often, and it just looks such a dramatic change. You really notice the stutteriness. Whereas if I have it locked at 50 and it like rarely goes, on the odd occasion it somehow like bumps up past 50, like going about 52. You don't really notice the jumpiness quite as much. That's the main reason I've got like that. And I know it's taking me a while to get into this, guys. I'm now sort of jabbering on for the first episode, but basically I'm just gonna rob this guy for a sec. Okay, we won't worry about the rest of this stuff. Let's grab his stuff. I know I said I won't steal anything, but this obviously isn't really stealing. I'm only really going to take the necessities. I normally would take literally everything he has, but I'm only really going to take the stuff that I really do kind of like need to survive. Anyway.
Right quick if you get back all your
Okay, grab an object. Oh yes, RS in here. Is that the one? Yay! Woo! Anyway, okay. So with this one, I always just sort of like just flick straight to the end. All this stuff's basically like, if you guys never played Fallout New Vegas before, these are all kind of like attributes. So you can sort of choose what kind of character you have, like whether you have like a very lucky character, a very like perceptive character, being like with perception, obviously kind of perceptive, doesn't lead to perception, or you have a strong character and carry a lot of stuff, endurance, like takes a lot more bullets, charismatic, a lot more like talky, but the ones I normally go for are this, if I remember rightly. That sounds about right. Yeah, that's cool, me.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well,
there we are.
Your vitals are good.
Thank you.
But that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered in a bighorn and dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
I didn't actually notice he said that before. Nuttier than the bighorn are dropping. Like, oh Jesus, that's not very nice before. Okay, so we grab this. The guy at the game will tell us, good. Now push the thing. We just let go of the skull. There we are. I rarely ever do that. It's mainly just to simply please the game. Okay, so I actually grab all the stuff now. It sounds very strange, but he has like quite a bit of stuff like hanging around the place, which for some reason he doesn't mind me just nabbing off him before he even actually knows exactly who I am. Okay, so take the cram. By the way, guys, I'm not planning on doing this on hardcore, so obviously if I was doing this hardcore, I would definitely be stealing a lot more stuff. I'll probably take everything he has in there, sell it to the nearest place, like buy stim packs, etc, etc. But to be fair, I'm only doing this on normal difficulty. I'm not going to do hardcore, so I'll just simply just do this a very casual kind of walkthrough. When I say casual, because I'm hoping to do like everything like perfect, it's like doing a good, as I said, goody two shoes, like be absolutely friendly to everybody, and like never do anything wrong. But we'll find out how it goes. I'm probably going to keep this permanent as well, so like if I do mess up, I will like keep that I did mess up, if that makes sense. I won't like start again or won't like change what I've done. Unless I really do mess up really, really badly, like by killing like Boone or something like that, I don't know. Okay, so let's sit on the couch.
Alright. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Cat. House. I said the same word he said. Burglarize.
Night.
Day. Every time, never on there.
Bandit.
Coon. I was thinking Sly Cooper. That's not really. That sounded really racist. Then I do apologize. I meant raccoon. That was pretty bad. Sorry. A dog.
Mother.
Carer. Never on here. Tantrum.
Okay.
Coon. Oh, that was terrible. I don't mean that was that. I was not racist, by the way. I meant raccoon. That was. Oh god, that sounded really bad. Okay.
First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
So I'm actually gonna ask these honestly, by the way, guys. I never normally do this. I'm just like flick through. I'm like strongly agree, blah blah blah. So conflict isn't in my nature. I'd probably agree.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
I'd disagree. I do like to rely on other people.
I'm always fixing to be the center of attention.
I'd definitely disagree with that.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
I would disagree with that as well.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
I would agree with that.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this?
Okay.
Tell me what you see.
I would say the ant.
Okay.
I can't remember most of the answers. Oh, this is the one, yeah. It's yeah, that's the one like we can be. I'm too embarrassed to say what it looks like. Like I don't really understand that. Like I kind of say you can kind of see it's like kind of a vagina, but I don't really know. Kinda, I'm not too sure. A ship at sea.
Last one.
And the bearded man. Yeah, I always see the bearded man in that one.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Okay, I actually got different than I normally do. Okay, so we'll take these off. Because but I was actually tempted to keep, actually, because I'm probably going to need to talk my way out a couple of stuff. But the ones I'm going to go for is these three. And that does seem about right, but I wouldn't mind lockpicking as well. Yeah, we'll do lockpick then. Done and dusted. Can we roll?
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. You got a form
Oh, yeah.
to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of being shot in the head.
So this is one that obviously a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on. Like these are the ones which everyone thinks differently thinks they should do, because like a lot of people. But this is like kind of where you can like slim your options as you do later on. Like if you choose none of these, it gives you so many more options to explore so much more better things. Like later on, you obviously can explore more like different strategy to killing people and obviously strategy to fighting altogether. But the way in which I like to do this is definitely the way I wish I'd like to do this altogether is definitely choosing Wild Wasteland. I don't know why, I absolutely fucking adore Wild Wasteland. It's such a cool little trait, trait, and it's just a badass thing to have. Now, what is the other one I like? Is it... Yes, that's the one I like. Yeah, because you gain every extra 5 points to every skill. That's such a badass thing to do. And you obviously only minus 10% experience. That's not too bad. It just takes me a little while long to level up.
Alright, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Okay, so one obviously other thing. I obviously didn't mean coon in a bad way. I know it's obviously not many. I don't think many people even notice what coon means these days. But I meant that fully as raccoon. I honestly as soon as he said burglarize, or robbery or whatever it was, I forgot what he said. Theft or something like that. I don't know. I thought straight away style raccoon. So that's the reason I said coon. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not racist, guys. Please don't think I'm racist.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway.
Thanks for patching me up, Doc.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
And no on the hardcore. Okay, so obviously, one more thing. I feel really bad for kind of saying it now. Honestly, guys, I did not mean coon in any kind of bad way. I honestly meant raccoon. I didn't mean it in any bad way. I mean, I don't know. I'm so old-fashioned. That's such an old word now as well. Maybe it's because we was kind of playing an old-fashioned game. I honestly didn't mean that in a bad way. Anyway, so obviously a couple other things is, when we started the game also, I actually kind of, oh, bloody hell, yeah, so we're going to have to go through all these in a sec. Go for all the little DLCs, one more, go on. I think it's 2 more maybe? Anyway, but obviously the main thing we really got to look at here today, guys, is the fact that I have the extra packets, like the really kind of cheap DLCs that were released. Obviously because I bought this as like a, I think it's like the Game Year edition or something like that. And yeah, so thus I kind of have, what's it called? All this extra kind of stuff right at the start. So obviously I have all this like extra weapons, blah blah, without actually having to find any of them. Okay, so I've actually, that's the wrong button. Okay, so what we want to do is equip all these. Down there, pistol bottom left. Pardon me. Yeah, that can be bottom one. This can be bottom right. Weathered pistol can be the right one, and we'll do throwing spears top right. I never once used them throwing spears that properly. I always find them like ridiculously hard to aim with. But hello, Victor.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
David Sadler's boss as ever. Okay, thanks for digging me out of that grave.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
Aw, I do like Victor. How did you happen to find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
Did you know who those men were who attacked me?
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
How did you end up in Goodsprings?
I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any.
So I by the way, guys, I will obviously be trying to like become the character in a sense. So I'll respond like by saying these lines, whatever. I've never seen a robot like you before.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
David Sadler's such a boss, isn't he? Okay.
Happy trails!
I think it's David Sadler. I'm not too sure. Anyway, so that's Victor. He's a very nice fella. He's sort of just that, oh, bloody gun on his arsenal. Yes. Anything else? I think there's one more, possibly. Come on. One more DLC. Go on, moan at me. By the way, the house in which is ours is over there. That is the DLC house just over in yonder. I think we can we zoom? Yes, we can. That one right there. Oh, Sierra Madre, the best DLC in this entire game is the Dead Money DLC, which I'll gladly be doing after I sort of like get through most of the game. I'm not really too sure exactly when I'll do the DLC, because I'm not too sure to complete the game first, obviously then reload my checkpoint and then do the DLC, or I could do DLC about halfway through, have the very last thing do, like have the very last thing we do be the DLC. I'm not too sure, but okay. I think go. That's not a mad one. Look at that. Okay, so Sunny Smiles. Let's go see Sunny Smiles. Run away! Run away from Sunny Smiles! She'll come chase us. Come on. Wanna come talk to us, love? No? Okay, I was gonna say.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry. She won't bite unless I tell her to.
Doc Mitchell said you could teach me how to survive in the desert.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Thanks, love. You're very kind in this place. They're like very open to like helping. Player Shiana's on a mad one. Look, round the corner, she's gone. Can I? You have to wait until she goes through. That's the annoying thing about Bethesda games, like on Oblivion and Fallout 3. I don't really know on Fallout New Vegas and Skyrim. I think Skyrim did a lot better, but on Fallout 3 and Oblivion, it's fucking annoying because whenever you have to follow a character, you always have to wait until the. I thought the frames were really bad there. You always have to wait until the actual character had gone through to the next room before you carried on. Because if you went through to the next room, the characters just sort of stop in their place and not come through the door, and you're like, for fuck's sake. But yeah, it's really super annoying in Oblivion anyway. But I can't remember in Fallout 3 if they did it quite as much. But to be fair, there's rarely ever a mission we had to be like, oh, follow this character. Anyway,
Now,
give me a gun.
throw bottles on the fence there.
Okay, so
Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
basically, I'm gonna be a bit cheeky here. I'm basically just gonna do it straight up the front. I'm not too bad at aiming, but
Down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
sounds good.
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Okay, let's rock and roll. But yeah, so obviously, I don't know why. I just tend not to do that part very properly. Obviously, I can aim all right in this game, unlike exactly the most pro MLG shots, but I'm okay, so I don't exactly like to float my boat too much. I have to admit, on PC, there's a very strange like mechanic they have to walking around. If you guys have ever played New Vegas, which I imagine quite a few of you guys have on PC, very, very strange mechanic in the way is exactly... Oh, bloody hell. Calm down. Look at Sunny Smiles go. Shaking along. You calm down now? I think she's okay. Alright, yes, it's really weird, because like, there's mechanics to walk in and run and stuff like that. Like, so I can toggle between the two. But it never really does it that well. It's like very strange the way it does it on the PC, but yeah. But yeah, so obviously within this Let's Play, we are going to be, like, this series. This is going to be probably one of my biggest series I'll ever do. I dread to think exactly how long the series is going to be, because the game time you can put into this game is insane sometimes. I mean, I have like a game currently I'm working on just like by myself, like as like a relaxing series I do on the odd occasion. That's actually like the bloody hell, Xian, move out of the way. Bloody what a penis. Alright, what weapon should we do for like the long distance thing? Should we just use the varmint rifle for a change? I never really actually use it at this point. Actually, we'll use this study caravan shotgun. I like this gun. It's pretty sweet. Oh, you got into... What the heck? Why is this one so tough? What the frick? Oh shit, VATS. I always forget which button VATS is. Okay. Yeah, so I'm actually... Oh,
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
Okay. Alright, let me take the lead, bitch. Okay. But yeah, so by the way, guys, I'm actually playing on which you guys must be like really used to me saying now, but I'm actually playing on a PS3 controller, but my game thinks it's...
Go give him hell.
Oh, thanks. I actually didn't hear what she said for a sec there. Actually, what I might do quickly is I actually might turn the subtitles on for like public conversation. How do you... Is it game? It must be display. Oh, they're all on. That's very strange. Didn't come up. That is okay. I thought I'd have them on, so just in case you guys didn't hear it or not, you could just like hear the see the person said. Well, blah. See what the person said. Oh no, it's the geckos. Hello, Mr. Gecko. Blammo, blammo. blammo. I've actually had Xian die at one point like this. I was actually going through the game not exactly like properly, but I was like just to get like playing through the beginning part again and talk to Sunny Smiles. And yeah, it was quite funny like how Xian just died. I think I'd forgotten how she reacts. I think she's like really devastated about it, but it was pretty funny to be fair. I don't know. I found it pretty insane.
Getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Sure. Alright, oh sorry, I actually skipped that part there, but obviously it's nothing too important. It's more like say, sure, let's go. Yeah, so obviously I'm gonna try and like make sure the conversation's kept in. I don't want to have anything like skip too much. Because, and as well, this part of the beginning actually sort of just like, returns to the whole subject. This part of the beginning, this training session, gives you a shit ton of ammo, I have to admit. Like, the part right now gives you a rather lot of ammo, to be fair. Like, come on, just come on. This gun is kind of OP for this part, obviously, but it's pretty bad. It's a pretty badass gun, to be fair. Let me just pick up, search the, I'm going to take all this stuff for now, because obviously I wouldn't mind, like, making some armor out of it, possibly. Because you can make some, like, weird gecko hide armor. It's really kind of strange, but pretty badass, to be fair. I was going to say, I thought this was the right area. Watch out, lady. She's bossing them up. She's training them. Look, she's like, go on, bitch. I guess really harsh. I'm like, go on, bitch. Come on, save the lady. I might have actually shot her. Oh, I didn't. I thought I shot her then. I was like, no. She's alive, isn't she? Oh, thank God. All right. Give me a reward. Come on.
Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty.
You have been saved by the mighty Goody Two Shoes. Okay, so we'll take this actually, because scrap electronics will come in handy like crazy in a bit. I'll show you why. But obviously, if you guys have played this game before, you'll know that we have to rescue the old friend Eddie in a bit. Eddie's away. What happened to you, dog?